So welcome, thank you so much for joining. We're going to begin by bringing ourselves into a nice, comfortable seated position. So if you do have a block or a book, a cushion, just something to sit up on, just to make yourself nice and comfortable. Begin to allow your sit bones to settle and just close down the eyes. We're going to take one hand to the heart and one hand to the lower belly. Relax your elbows, soften down the shoulders, close down the eyes, and just begin to let go of any distractions in your environment this evening and begin to go inwards. Draw your attention to that natural ebb and flow of your breath. And just feel how the breath moves through your body. So we're going to take 3 inhalations into the nose, exhaling from the mouth. So all together, let's begin. Inhale as fully as you can through the nose, breathing deep down into your lower belly. Open the mouth, release the jaw, exhale softly. Lovely. Once again, deep inhalation here. Fill up as fully as you can. Open the mouth, release the jaw, exhale, soften. Last one here, big inhalation. Exhale, release. Gorgeous. Just begin to relax the palms facing up onto the knees in a nice receiving position. And begin to allow your breath to settle. And we're just going to deepen our exhalation. So as you breathe, each time filling up your lungs as fully as you can and continuously challenging your lung capacity. So every time you inhale, filling up or seeing if you can fill up a little further. Really making space, stretching into the lower belly. And as you exhale, begin to lengthen your exhalation, calming down the whole nervous system. And closing down the mouth now, activating your ujjayi breath. So just inhaling and exhaling in and out through the nose. And if you can, throughout the class, closing down the mouth and just continuously breathing in and out through the nose. Not always easy. And as you exhale, find that constriction in the back of your throat. So as you continue to breathe here, just begin to do a swift scan, mental scan through the physical body, beginning with the head, working your way down. And just notice how the physical body is operating today. If there's any past or present injury, any tingling or sensations within your body. And just on a scale of 1 to 10, how is your body feeling today? How is it to be in your body in this moment? And lastly, just begin to check in with yourself mentally and emotionally, beginning with your name. So Kat is feeling, choose one word to describe your overall feeling, how you've arrived onto your mat this evening. No judgment, and just be completely honest with yourself. Gorgeous. So once again, we're just going to take a deep inhalation into the nose. Exhale fully from the mouth. Closing, keeping the eyes closed, just trust in my voice and just relax the fingertips down onto the mat now. We're going to drop our right ear towards our right shoulder and bring the head to the left, drop your left ear towards the left shoulder. So just gently bringing some movement into the head, slowly taking the head from side to side, just checking in with the sides of the neck. Gorgeous. Come back to center. Bring the chin in towards the chest as you exhale fully. Inhale, stay nice and long and straight in the spine and drop the head back fully here. Exhale, release. Once again, 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And just begin to take the head for a full rotation. I invite you to really slow it down or go slower than you want to go. Check in with the back of the neck, the shoulders. Rotate and go the opposite direction here. Gorgeous. So just begin to rotate those shoulders, rolling the shoulders forward. And just begin to slouch forward. So come into a really bad posture, just rolling the shoulders forward. Begin to loosen up the arms. And then sit up nice and tall. Begin to roll the shoulders back, just opening into the chest a little bit. So as you breathe, really keeping that mouth closed down today, just activating the Ujjayi breath. Gorgeous. And if you want to, you can keep your feet where they are. Begin to walk the fingertips forward as far as you can. Relax your elbows and just dropping the head down nice and low here. Just folding from the hips. Coming up onto the fingertips, and we'll just begin to walk our fingertips as far right as you can. And then melting the elbows here, drop the head once again. Inhale, coming back, walking the fingertips back to center. And we'll go fully over to the left, as far left as you can. Melting the elbows once again. Exhale, release. Walking the hands back to center and back towards you. And we're just going to uncross the legs and just take the opposite foot. So if your right foot was in, just take your right foot out. And we'll just do it on the opposite side. So again, walking the hands forward, melting the elbows, drop the hand. Exhale, release, walking the fingertips as far right as you can. Begin to melt here. Back to center and fully to the left. Really walk the fingertips as far forward, melting from the hips. Rock the head, chin towards the chest. And exhale, release, coming back to center once again. So just taking the legs in front of you, feet parallel, and take the hands behind you and just begin to windshield wiper out the knees. So just taking the knees from side to side, feet nice and wide, and bring the knees fully to the right. You're going to take your left knee to your right foot. So just place your right foot on your left knee. Lovely, walking the hands forward here. And again, just folding from the hips, rock the head. Try to keep that left sit bone down as fully as you can. Exhale, release, coming back to center. Bring the feet back parallel, and we're going to go to the left. So taking the left foot to your right knee, and again, walking the hands forward, folding, just checking in with the hips here, walking the hands back. Lovely, coming back to parallel. Everything okay? This is really, oh great, yes. Thank you, Kat, yes. So coming back to center, absolutely. We're going to, rather than bringing our feet in, we're going to take our feet a little bit wider and bring your feet together. So take your feet nice and long, sit up nice and tall, and just begin to fold forward once again from here. So take your feet as long as you need to, and gently just fold forward here, drop the head. Gorgeous, yes, breathing into the lower back, into the lower ribs here. And you can even take your hands behind and just place them on your lower ribs as you breathe fully here. Rock the head, chin towards the chest, feeling into those hips. Exhale, release, coming back to center. So we're going to extend our right leg out nice and long. Take your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Again, sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to bring the arms up towards the sky and just begin to hinge from the hips, folding forward, reaching towards your right shin, ankle, foot. Drop the head. And just really breathing into that right hamstring. Keep straightening out the leg, flexing that ankle. Exhale, release, taking the arms up towards the sky. We're going to take the left hand, place it on your mat, and you're going to begin to reach the hips up, lift the hips up and come up onto your left knee. So press that right foot down onto the mat, reaching the right arm up and over. So coming into a little side stretch here, really pressing the hips up towards the sky. Exhale, release, just sinking those hips back down. And this time we're going to take our right hand down the right leg, reach your left arm up and over, breathing into that left side body here. So if you like, I don't know how, depending on how flexible you are, taking that left hand to the outside of the right foot and really folding down here, breathing into that right side body. But wherever you are, keep breathing, keep flexing that right ankle. Exhale, release, coming back to center, switching sides. So taking the right foot in towards your left inner thigh, straightening out that left leg this time. And we're going to reach the arms up towards the sky once again. So folding from the hips, hinging from the hips, folding towards that left foot, taking hold of knee, shin, ankle. Exhale, release, just really stretching into that left leg as fully as you can. Maybe giving the head a little sway from side to side here. Gorgeous. Exhale, release. So taking that right hand and just place the right hand straight down on your mat. You're going to press into your right hand, lift the hips up, come right up onto that right knee, press the left foot into the mat, take the left arm up and over. Into a lovely side stretch here, really breathing into the left side. Hips as high as you can. Exhale, release, just dropping the hips, taking hold of the outside of that left foot, reach the right hand up and over, breathing into the right side body. Option to take that right hand down to the left foot, depending on your flexibility here. Keep breathing. Listen to your body. Just awakening everything up. Exhale, release, coming back to center. Okay, we're going to bring our feet in together and just begin to walk the hands forward, coming into a nice little child's pose. So bring the knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch, sink the hips. Soften here, walk the hands forward, melt your elbows, drop your forehead, and allow your tailbone to just settle. Taking a couple of deep grounding breaths here. And maybe taking a couple of exhalations from the mouth. So really ground down. Allow your whole body to get really heavy on the mat. We're going to bring our palms together and take your palmed hands, your prayed hands to the back of your neck. Begin to walk your elbows forward, as far forward as you can. And begin to melt your armpits down, soften the shoulders. So really stretching into the shoulders here. Again, find that oceanic breath, oceanic sound in your breath, the wave-like sound. Gorgeous. Exhale, release, begin to walk the fingertips as far forward as you can. Once again, really stretching into the arms. Keep melting the shoulders down, come up onto your fingertips and just gently begin to rock from side to side here. Feel the compression in the hips. Exhale, release. You're going to place your elbows on the mat and slowly come up into a little tabletop position. So hips above the knees, but keep your elbows here placed on the floor. And we're going to take our cat-cow from here. So inhale, drop the belly, traction your chest forward as fully as you can here in this position. Might be a little bit more difficult. Drop the belly, look up, gaze draws up. And exhale, release. Bring the chin in towards the chest. So doming into the spine like a scared cat. Draw the navel in as tightly as you can. Inhale, drop the belly. Again, traction the chest forward. Exhale, release. So we're taking 3 more here. Go as deeply as you can, really awakening the shoulder area, the space between the shoulders. Exhale, release. Two more times. Excellent, and release. So from here, we're going to thread the needle, taking the right arm and just thread the right arm underneath your left. Take your right shoulder, cheek, temple down onto the mat. Begin to walk your left fingertips forward, stretching into that left arm as fully as you can. Exhale, release. Begin to walk the left fingertips back towards your face. I'm going to reach the left hand up towards the sky. Open that left shoulder. Take a deep breath in your twist. Option to drop the right hand to the crease of your left thigh. Really open that left shoulder a little bit more if you can. Exhale, release, coming back to center. So take the palm down, put foundation with that left hand and come right up into your tabletop position. We'll switch to the other side. So threading the left arm this time underneath the right, left shoulder, cheek, temple to the mat. Begin to walk your right fingertips forward. So you're looking underneath your right armpit. Options come high on the fingertips. Take a breath here. Exhale, release, walking the right fingertips back and open that right shoulder. Take that right palm back to the crease of the left thigh. Really open that right shoulder. Breathe into the twist. Take a big sigh out here. Exhale, release, coming back to tabletop position. We're going to walk our hands forward and we're going to take a couple of little press ups here. So really building the strength in the arms. So bringing the hips forward, bend the elbows and take a little press up here. Keep your elbows nicely tucked, gently coming down. Inhale, elbows in, exhale, pressing it back to your child's pose. And we'll take 3 more here. Inhale, come forward, really engaging the core, activating the core here nicely, strong arms. Exhale, pressing it back. So find your flow, listen to your body, and allow the movement to become nice and smooth and fluid. Keep moving, keep drawing the navel towards the spine. 2 more times. Keep the chin nicely tucked. Looking down at your mat if you can. Excellent. And release, coming back, taking a swift little child's pose here. Relaxing the arms just for a moment. Option again to take the hands in prayer and walk the elbows forward, melting the armpits, melt those shoulders. Exhale, release, slowly coming back into our tabletop position. Walk your hands forward, pressing down, come onto your belly. And we're going to take the arms out in front. We're going to begin to lift our left leg and our right arm off the mat. So just looking down at your mat, begin to engage that right arm, point the left toes and reach your right hand as high as you can, left toes as high as you can. Exhale, release. This time, left hand, left arm, right leg. Inhale, lift, high as you can. Exhale, release. Once again, right arm, left leg, lift. Exhale, release. Left arm, right leg, lift. Exhale, release. Bending the left foot, you're going to take hold of the left ankle. And from here, we're going to extend, we're going to lift both legs and both arms off the mat. So it's a half bow, half Dandasana pose. So inhale, begin to lift. Kick that left foot as high as you can. Reach the right leg and the right arm high as you can. Exhale, release. Opposite side, bending that right leg, take hold the right foot, inhale, lifting everything as high as you can, reach, exhale, release. Once again, bending the left foot, take hold of the left foot, see if you can point the left toes a little bit higher, inhale, reach, exhale, release, opposite side, last one, take hold of that right foot, really kicking up those right toes, and exhale, release. Gorgeous. Taking the hands underneath the shoulders, elbows in. I'm going to take 3 baby cobras here. So inhale, begin to peel the chest off the mat. Keep the elbows tucked. Nice and slow, nice and gentle. Try to take the weight off your hand. Once again, inhale. Peeling the chest. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Release. Taking the hands to the sides of the ribs and pressing back into your tabletop position. And from here, we're going to begin to rotate the hips. So sink the hips back onto the ankles. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale as you sink it back. So making big circles here with your hips. Again, find that oceanic breath. And you notice anytime you stop breathing or your breath changes, rotate, go the opposite direction, bending into the elbows and just really exploring the body here. Close down the eyes, moving into the hips. Notice any cracks, any cracking, perfectly normal. And begin to take the hips from side to side. We'll roll the belly. So again, drawing the navel in towards the spine. With your belly, a few big rolls here. Rotate, go the opposite direction. Lovely. And begin to walk the hands around your mat. So just taking the palms for a little walk around the mat. Walking them in towards you. And you might begin to rotate from the shoulders down into the wrists, making little circles with the shoulders. And turning the palms to face up towards you, just stretching into the wrists here. So in yoga, we put a lot of strain and pressure on our wrists, and often we don't stretch them out enough. So give them a nice good stretch. Maybe just shaking the hands a little bit. Getting into the wrists. Okay. Lovely. Okay, so walking the palms forward, we're going to tuck the toes under, sink the hips. Begin to lift the tailbone up towards the sky. Keep the knees deeply bent, drop the head. So stay up on your tippy toes here. It looks a bit funny, but keep the knees as close to your chest as you can. Spread the fingers wide and just get comfortable here for a moment. Bending the knees, sink your hips. Inhale, begin to straighten out the legs. And once again, bend the knees. So we're just going to do this a few times, just getting rid of any cracking in the knees. A nice active Ujjayi breath. And when you're ready, begin to pedal out the feet, drawing the heels towards the ground. Make sure your feet are nice and wide, so you have a good stance, a good foundation on the mat. So we're going to take a little modified version of our wild thing. We're going to inhale, come forward into a high plank position. So just soften the area between the shoulders. Relaxing here, draw the heels back. And you're just going to draw your right knee towards your left elbow, kick out the right leg, and reach the left hand up towards the sky. Draw the left foot down onto the mat. Press the hips as high as you can. Exhale, release. Slowly coming back into your high plank. Drop the tailbone down. So just getting strong here in the core, really engaging, really breathing. We're going to take the left knee to the right elbow, kick out the left leg, drop the left foot, and draw your right heel down onto the mat. Reach your right hand up towards the sky. Press those hips as high as you can. Breathe and exhale. Release once again, coming back into your high plank position. Drop the knees, bend the elbows, and you're going to drop your chest and your chin down onto the mat. And we're going to begin to walk the knees in towards us. So just walk your knees in as close to your body as you can. Keep breathing. You can relax your toes now. Just hold here for a breath. Exhale, scoop the chest forward, drop the hips, and come into your baby cobra or upward facing dog, coming a little higher, pressing into the back of the feet. Maybe just giving your head a little stretch here, if that feels nice. Exhale, release, and we're going to press back to downward facing dog. So again, just pedaling out the knees or the legs a little bit here, if you like, or finding stillness in your downward dog, just drawing those heels down, working into those hamstrings. So get nice and comfortable in your downward dog. It is a resting pose after all. So if you need to walk your feet or your hands a little bit closer towards each other. And we're going to do a few waves here, wave-like movements. So bring the chin towards the chest, draw the navel towards the spine, and you're going to roll your shoulders over the wrists, up to high plank. Bend the knees, hover the knees off the mat, draw the tailbone back, and pressing back into your downward facing dog. So 5 times here, bring the chin in towards the chest. High plank, bend the knees, hover, draw that tailbone back, heels back. Once again, chin in towards the chest, rolling, waving through the spine. High plank, bend the knees, draw the tailbone. 2 more times. At your own pace. Keep breathing. Keep the movement nice and smooth and as fluid as you can. And we'll do one more for luck. So don't take it too seriously, just really moving into it. Lovely. Begin to walk the feet forward. And begin to shake your head yes and shake your head no. We're going to step the right foot up towards the sky, coming into a 3-legged dog now. Point the right toes, reach the right foot as high as you can, bending that right knee. Slowly begin to step the right foot forward between the mat. And we're going to reach the arms up, coming into a lovely high lunge. Open the heart, open the chest. And just begin to reach the palms as high as you can. Give the sky a hug. Slowly allow the palms to float back behind you. Take the hands together, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back, take your back bend here. And we're going to exhale, taking the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Keep reaching your hands up above your head. Exhale, release, slowly coming back. We're going to drop the left knee now. Release your left toes. And reach the right arm up towards the sky. Take the left hand back. And just come into a little stretch here, really breathing into that right lung. Exhale, release, drop that left hand and switch arms. So taking the left arm up towards the sky. Oops, sorry, take the right hand down the back of the left leg. Drop the head. Exhale, release. Take the hands to the right knee and just really feeling into this left hip flexor here, lengthening into this left quad. We're going to take both hands to the inside of that right foot and walk the palms forward, coming into your lizard pose here or your gecko. So maybe bending the elbows. You can stay high, option to stay high here. Just listen to your body, listen to what your body needs. Option to heel toe that right foot out to the edge of the mat. Take the right hand to the inside of the right knee and maybe just opening up that right hip, pressing into that right knee ever so softly, coming onto the outside edge of that right foot. Exhale, release. Slowly begin to heel toe the right foot to the center of the mat. Come onto your fingertips, nice straight spine. Exhale, begin to straighten out that right leg. Drop the head. So rounded spine here, option to flex the right ankle to get a deeper stretch into the right hamstring. An option to build your flow here. Inhale, come forward to flat back. Exhale. Rounded spine, chin in. Inhale, once again, 2 more times here. Last one. Exhale, release. So taking the palms back, tuck the left toes in, and gently begin to stretch that right foot back, coming into your downward facing dog once again. Opposite side, so stretching that left leg up towards the sky, point the left toes, reach the left foot as high as you can, bending that left knee, rolling the shoulders over the wrist, step that left foot forward between the hands, stay high on the ball of the right foot. Inhale, reach the arms up, coming into a lovely high lunge. Open the heart, open the chest, keep drawing that right heel down, find your balance, and begin to open the palms out nice and wide. Give the sky a big hug. Take a little smile here, allow your palms to just float back, hands behind you, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back, take your back bend, soften the ribs. Exhale, release. We're going to take our left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Reach your hands up and over. Breathe. Exhale, release, pressing into both feet. Come back. And we're going to drop the right knee now. Release the right toes. Really stretching into that right hip flexor this time. Lovely right quad stretch. You can release your arms. And we're going to, this time, take your left hand up towards the sky. Just allow your right hand to come down the back of the right leg. Exhale, release, switching arms. Reach that right arm up towards the sky. Left hand reaches behind. Exhale, release both hands to the left knee. And lovely deep stretch into that right hip flexor, right psoas. And when you're ready, taking both hands to the inside of the left foot this time. Step back a little bit. The option to stay here, this might be enough for you this evening, depending on your body, or you might walk the hands forward, come fully down into your lizard, or maybe halfway down, take the right elbow to the mat, take the left hand to the inside of the left knee and just gently open up that left hip, coming onto the outside edge of the left foot. So loads of options here, loads of modifications. Listen to your body. As always, this is your practice. Get what you need. from it, and don't over stretch, but at the same time, find your edge, know your edge. And just really getting to know yourself better and better all the time. Are you the kind of person who pushes themselves too far towards overstretching and injury, or are you the kind of person who needs to give yourself a little push? So again, just knowing your edge, knowing your limit, and what's going to be beneficial for your body, what's going to make you feel the best you can feel through your practice. So gently coming back to center, we're going to heel toe that left foot back to the center of the mat. Come onto your fingertips, nice straight flat spine. Take a breath here again into that right hip flexor. Take a little internal smile into your liver, all your organs, kidneys, lungs. Exhale, release, straightening into that left leg. Drop the chin towards the chest. Option to flex that left foot, coming onto the heel of the left foot. Exhale fully. Inhale once again to a lovely flat back. And 3 more times here. Take it at your pace. Enjoy the stretch. As always, bring it back to the breath. Notice when you forget to breathe. Last one. Meeting back at the top of the mat, we're going to take our hands back, tuck the right toes in, press it back into your downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet once again. And we're going to gently press the weight down into the 4 corners of your feet and slowly begin to walk your hands back towards the feet. And just hanging here for a moment, take hold of opposite elbows, drop the head, gently rock back and forth. Big exhalations through the mouth. Gently rock from side to side. Relax the arms, let the shoulders go. Take the palms back to the ground and begin to heel toe the feet out to the edge of the mat. Toes out, heels in. And just begin to sink your hips, coming down into your malasana, your squatting pose. So just take a few little pulses here, up and down, take the hands to prayer. Heel toe the feet to where they need to be. If you can, keeping the feet flat on the ground, but if you're up on your tippy toes, that's perfectly fine. Just gently come back and forth onto your tippy toes, just moving into the hips. Again, cracking is perfectly normal. Notice if one hip is feeling a little stiffer than the other. Prayed hands and use your elbows to take your knees a little wider. Or it is okay, take a big smile here to yourself, draw your shoulders back. Internal smile and external smile. Have a little bounce, keep drawing that tailbone down. We're going to drop our right hand to the ground, reach your left hand up towards the sky, look up. Really open your chest towards the sky. Take the left hand behind you and take the right hand around your right knee. See if you can take a little bind here. Draw that left shoulder back and breathe. Try to shine your heart up. Exhale, release, coming back to center. So left hand on the ground, reach your right hand up towards the sky. Again, open your heart. Exhale, take that right hand behind you, left hand behind, taking a little bind here, take the hands together, open that right shoulder, shine your heart towards the sky if you can. Keep smiling, exhale, release, prayer hands back to center. Give your head a little shake, soften the hips, and we're going to take our hands back to the mat. So if crow pose is in your practice, maybe you'll take a little crow here, or even just working towards practicing it, spread your fingers out nice and wide, index finger faces forward, gripping between your index and your thumb. Bring your knees in towards your armpits, up towards your shoulders, and just play around with the balance here. So bringing the weight into your hands, you might take one foot off the mat, and then two, keep looking forward. And if it's that time of month or you're not feeling great, don't put too much strain and pressure on yourself today. Just working towards knowing what we need to do in time. It's only early spring, so we don't need to be pushing anything right now. Drop the heels back onto the mat, bend the knees and walk the hands back out to your downward facing dog. Drop the head, pedal out the feet. Once again, give your hips a little shake. Roll it. Ah, make a big ah sound, just releasing here. We're going to step that right foot once again up towards the sky, coming into your three-legged dog. Point the right toes, bend the right knee this time, and draw your right knee up towards the sky, stacking the right hip over the left hip, high as you can. We're going to make 3 big circles with the right knee, as big as you can. Really open up that right hip. Try to keep the left heel down, that left foot squared on the ground. Try to keep the shoulders squared, big, big circles with that right knee. Gorgeous. Look towards your hands, and we're going to come into our pigeon pose. So drawing the right knee towards your right hand, right foot towards your left hand. Aiming to keep the right shin parallel to the top of the mat. Straighten out the back leg, but of course allowing that right foot to swing back as much as it needs to. Just listening or knowing where we're at with our pigeon. So keep the hips squared. And finding your pigeon, wherever it may be, just ensure that there's no feeling in that front knee. So it's all in your hip, your glute area. Walk the hands forward, melt the elbows. You can make a fist with your hands, or however you take your pigeon. Just breathing here nice and deep. Option to thread the needle, maybe threading the left arm underneath right, bringing your left shoulder, cheek, temple to the mat, coming into a twist for an extra deep pigeon if you require that this evening. And if not, just finding where it's going to work into your hip, your glute. So just checking in with the mind now. You are not your thoughts. So just try to let them go, or be a witness to the monkey mind this evening, the wandering thoughts. Always inevitable that our minds will wander. We have thousands of thoughts per minute, so just allowing them to float away and go deeper in towards yourself and your experience in your body in this moment today. Try to enjoy the stretch. And the pigeon is a very deep emotional release, so just notice if there's anything coming up for you today. Gently beginning to walk the hands back, slowly peeling the upper body off the mat. Take your little back bend here, look up towards the sky. Option to bend that back knee, maybe taking hold of the inside of that back ankle, if it's available. Drawing that left foot towards you for a quad stretch. Exhale, release. We're going to take the palms back, tuck the left toes in, press back into your downward dog once again. Just give the feet a little pedal, Give the hips a little shake. Roll the lips, make some noise. Just be nice and soft in your downward dog. Inhale, step the left foot up towards the sky, reach those left toes high as you can, bending the left knee. This time draw the left hip over the right hip as you draw your left knee as high as you can. And we're going to take 3 big circles with that left knee. Gorgeous. Rolling the shoulders over the wrist, taking your pigeon, ideally getting that left shin in line with the top of the mat, nice and straight. But if you need to, as I do, allowing that left foot to swing back as much as is needed. Keep the hips squared, try to keep the back leg straight. Find your pigeon. Option to thread the needle, right arm underneath the left, right shoulder, cheek, temple to the mat. And as always, once there's no feeling or no tightness or pain in that front knee, it's all in the hip. The left hip is where we're working. So if there is any feeling in your knee, come out and go in again. Hands in a fist or releasing your forehead to the mat. Completely surrender now in your pigeon. Just let it all go. Releasing any anticipating in the future and ruminating in the past. And utilizing your breath, your most valuable tool in life, to anchor you into this present moment in your body, in your safe health space today. Just a couple more breaths here. Slowly begin to walk the hands back, open the heart, open the chest, taking your back bend here. Option to bend that right knee, maybe taking hold of the inside of that right foot. Drawing that right foot towards you, stretching into the right quad. Exhale, release. We're going to drop our left hip onto the mat. Bring your right knee around to meet your left. Extend the legs out nice and long. Just remove the flesh from underneath your sit bones. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, folding forward from the hips. Drop the head. Holding here. Again, just release, surrender, palms facing up towards the sky. Breathing nice and deep here. Exhale, release, begin to draw your gaze forward, slowly come back to seated, and we'll roll the spine down onto the mat, palms facing onto the ground, walk the feet in towards you. Inhale, begin to press into the feet, lift the hips up towards the sky, draw the knees towards each other. Option to take the arms up over the head, come right up onto the shoulders. See if you can lift your hips a little higher, squeezing into the glutes. Option to take the right foot off the mat, extend your right leg up towards the sky, high as you can. Exhale, release. And taking the left leg off the mat, pressing the left toes up towards the sky. Exhale, release. Give both hips a squeeze. Squeeze the glutes, draw the knees towards each other, and exhale, release. Slowly rolling down through the spine. Take the arms back over the head and begin to windshield wiper out the knees, taking the knees from side to side. Oh, take a big yawn. Ah, again, make a big ah sound. Ah, deep ah sound. Releasing any blockage in the throat chakra. Allowing the vibrations to move through the body. Lots of deep exhalation. I'm going to bring the knees in towards the chest and begin to rotate the knees, making big circles, massaging out the lower back. You can take your head off the mat to get even deeper into the spine. Rotate, go the opposite direction. And as well, option to rotate the knees separately, which is very nice on the lower back. And again, with the head off the mat, you can really feel into your lower back. Gorgeous. We're going to take the right leg across the left, take the arms out wide, hands facing up towards the sky, and begin to look towards your right hand. Come into your twist, take 3 deep breaths here. Exhale, release, engaging the obliques, bring the knees back in towards the chest, uncross the legs, bring the left leg over the right, draw the knees towards the right side, look towards your left hand, soften the left shoulder, 3 deep breaths. Exhale, release, drawing the knees back towards center, bring the knees in towards you, give them a big squeeze. We'll take hold of the outside of the feet. Just come into your baby pose. Take hold of your big toes and take the legs out as wide as you can. They're coming into your side split, stretching into those inner thighs. Option to take your plow pose here if it's in your practice and if it's available to you. Exhale, release. We're going to find our Supta Baddha Konasana. So make sure your head is at the top of the mat, feet together. Allow the knees to fall out to the sides. Take the arms out nice and wide. Hands face up. And begin to gently rock the head from side to side, allowing the back of the skull to get really heavy on your mat. Begin to soften your scalp all over your head. Relax your forehead. Soften your brow. Relax your temples and relax the eyes back into their sockets. Soften the cheeks. Unlock your jaw. As you swallow, allow your throat to expand. Soften the back of your neck all the way down through your lumbar spine into your coccyx. Relax your shoulders, elbows, wrists, hands, and all the way down into each fingertip. Inhale, ease and calm throughout your body. And exhale anything that's no longer serving you. Relax your heart, your chest. Soften all the organs in your body and let your belly go. Allow your glutes to feel like jelly now. And begin to stretch out the legs, feet as wide as the mat. Allow the feet to fall to the sides. Begin to Allow your body to come into a state of pure relaxation. Continuing to exhale anything that needs to be released. Find peace here in this present moment and completely surrender to your Shavasana. Begin to deepen the breath, awakening the body from within. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. And just begin to roll over to one side, curling up like a baby for a moment. Honor your body that you were able to practice yoga today. And just nurturing your inner child. Begin to send yourself a lot of love and compassion, especially to those areas where we tend to be very hard on ourselves. Practicing love and kindness towards yourself so you can overflow and share to all that's around you. Using your outer hand, gently bring yourself to a seated position. Closing down the eyes. And just close our class with one arm. Inhale, prepare for arm. Keep your eyes closed for a moment, just taking your palms. Just rub your palms together, building some heat in the hands. And we'll take our hands over our eyes. And when you're ready, slowly begin to open the eyes, bringing the light back. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend ahead and lots of love. If you want to slip off to bed, please do. And if anyone wants to hold on for any questions, anything at all, I'll be with you now. Thank you. Thank you so much. Lots of love.